if you are here, please, you can just leave a comment on the group chat, telling them that they can join the second link. That is link 2.
Okay, so I'll be very grateful, sir. I heard you before the last class ended.
Yes, like what I was saying. Yeah, what I was saying is that we may have to look into it and give you a free day. We call it drop-in session. Could be Wednesday or Thursday, one of these days that we don't have normal class. So that we can take like an hour or two to just try to tell you, or show you, But one thing that I want you to do, I want you to go through the slides. I want you to actually go through all the slides. So when you go through it, then from there, it will be easier for me to,
Okay, sir. I'll do that, sir.
Yeah.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah. Hello, sir.
Yes. Okay, Sin. I can hear you. Go ahead.
Let's consider this. Okay, now this is a background. We're using background. We're probably an object being on the background. What if it's a picture now, and the picture is probably when you insert the picture, maybe you call in an image on your code.
Yeah,
not
like background image.
No, I'm not speaking of background image now. I'm speaking of an image in the body, maybe the hair. You call in an image in the body. If you want to move that image to you want to put it in this. You want to put the image.
Please mute. I cannot hear this guy very. Edo, please mute. Please.
Okay, sir. Sorry, sir.
It's all right.
Sorry, sir.
Yes, go ahead. Okay.
Yes, I say if you insert an image now, not as the background, probably in the body, an image in the body, and you want to put it in the center. Which of these are we going to use? Are we using margin, padding,
for the image?
Yes.
No, you use image object img, and if you have given the image class name, that is what you're going to be talking to.
Okay, and then moving the image. Let's say we've given it a class. Then moving it. Are we using margin, border, or padding? Trying to move it to the center.
That is what I'm saying. If try to move it to any object to the center, you must use margin.
Okay.
Yeah, or you use what we call float. And float does not have center. Actually, it's left and right. Float, there is a name I carve for float, is permanent resident. Because if you say float to the right, you can never talk to that object in a manner that object will respond to you in terms of movement again. If you have given it float and you say margin to the middle, like the float is 2 to the right, and that you are deceiving yourself, is going to be there looking at you. So you're supposed to have considered the float that you want it right or left. That is why you use the float permanently. So we don't like telling a beginner about float because they like it quick. Then they'll just go and float it to the left or float it to the right, and they'll be using margin this, margin that, giving the value to the property of margin, thinking that it will move. It will never move. Do you understand? So for that object to move to any part, bottom, top, left, right, is margin that you use. But, sir, that is after you have either used the tag element, like image tag of IMG or using it in a class that you've given, that is when you can. But if I want to answer you correctly, that I think you must use margin for any movement of object. It's margin that you use. When you use padding, you are trying to say that in this background that I've given, I want a distance away of the object to background to shift. Let the object has a clear view to the left, right, bottom, and top. I don't know whether you understand, sir. So if I have a pen here, let me check if I have a pen. Yeah, I have a pen.
Hello, good evening, sir.
Yes, good evening.
Sir, I would like to verify something here. The other person that asked the question was talking about the sizing and movement. Now, if I'm supposed to move to increase the size or decrease the size, what am I supposed to do, sir? Sorry, sir.
If you are what?
If I want to increase the size of an image and decrease the size of an image to fit in the box.
Use width and height. Hello?
Width and height?
Yes.
Hello?
Yes. For image grids.
Okay.
Width. You say
image
width.
What?
Image grids, like putting them in a grid if you want, all thumbnails.
Okay.
Yeah,
okay,
there is
I got it
something
now.
in the background there that is distracting, but that is okay. So what we are not even there yet. I will show you, but what I am saying is if you want to reduce, please mute. Please, if you are not talking, mute. Kindly mute. It's distracting me. So if you want to give image a value of sizes in terms of width and height to reduce the image, the total length, the total width of the website, of the page, being it any size of mobile, desktop, laptop, television, whatever, the total width is 100%. So if you give a width 50%, you should know that it's going to be divided by 2. If you give it 25%, you know that it's going to divide it by 4 and take part of 25%. I don't know whether you understand this. And that you're going to see them. You're going to be seeing thumbnails, images. You're going to be seeing grids, thumbnails in grids, and image slides in grids and all of that stuff. But the young man wants to know how to reduce the size of image, giving it a height or width. That is what you give it a property of width and a value. You give it a property of height. If you are not sure of the height that will go with it, declare the height auto. We'll apply all of this for you to see. I like the way the question is coming in, but there is a question Okesin asked. It's very important about padding and margin. I think the one that he's clarified of is just the margin. I took my pen saying that I want to draw that of padding for him to know, right? So I'm going to do the drawing here. This image. This is the image object, right? I'm going to draw arrow. So I don't know if you can see very well. If you can see very well, the one at the center is the image, right? So you're going to see the arrow, top, bottom. So if you is the movement how to centralize the object from the background, that perimeter of a square, that is what the padding does. So I'm going to write it. I'm going to call this one padding PT. That is padding top. Then PL, padding left. Then PR, padding right. And PB, padding bottom. So, but if I show to you, maybe it will to give you another. But if you can see, this is what we mean. think you have to turn it like this. Yeah. No. Okay. I just figure it out. Sorry. So know the distance of object. So I will show you as we are applying this. Any other question? Nobody's talking about border, means everybody knows about border already. But we'll apply them and you start seeing. If you can see, you see padding top, margin top. You see margin left, margin right, and margin bottom. You see border top, border left, border right, border bottom. You see padding top, padding left, padding right, padding bottom. And you see width and height to the background color. These are the things that you see here, right? So if you go down of the slides, these are the codes that I've submitted on the CodePen. But before we go start the real practical, I want to tell you that CSS has a concept called float, which I have explained to Okesin at that time. You can have divs, float to the next each other, or instead of each one on a new line, you can float to the right or to the right. I mean to the right or to the left. Then the browser will try to fit it as many divs next to each other until there is no any other room left. And what that means is the total sizes is 100. Left, I mean height and width, right? So when you float it to the right, it's going to choose a position at the right and put it there. It does not care. Whether you have any object there, it doesn't care. It's going to move that object and float it, depending on the positioning of the page, right? So if your structure is very poor, this floating will affect you, immediately. It's going to affect you. You understand? And if float it to the right, to the left, the same thing. It's going to distract in that way. If there is an object sitting there before, it's going to kick the object. Because this floating is a very strong property, except you have to wrap it in a container. And I mean the object. You wrap the object in a container, like envelope. You envelope it so that the letter will be secure till it gets to the receiver. That I will explain better very soon. So what we are going to work on today for you to understand it is this exercise of styling a page. And on this URL, I've put up all of this there. So without any changing of the HTML is written for you. I'm going to bring the HTML to the public domain and we'll see workshop. And it contains box sizing as well, right? So this is supposed to be an assignment or exercise, but we need to apply. I may apply 100 or giving 100 example, you'll still be battling. So we're going to start a little application. Then we'll come to this exercise and I'll help you and I'll give you a higher version. So for those who are in support of give us several exercise example here, solve this one for us and give us a higher version, say yeah. And for those again say nay. Hello?
Nay.
You are indicting by not answering, no, because this Senate president here is a very arrogant Senate president. Oh. You better answer nay or nay now. The
eyes have it already.
The eyes have it.
I beg the eyes, we don't have it too.
You did not understand the plea. If
we did not understand.
He doesn't understand the plea. Listen to the prayer very well, sir. For those in favor of giving too much examples and help us solve this one and give a higher version of this exercise, say yeah. And those against say nay.
Nay.
Abana. If you say nay, that means you will solve this one yourself. And it may be confusing. How do we do?
Let's solve it. Let's solve it together. Let's solve it together.
But that means it will result to you solving another bigger one. Because you have to do something all to yourself to know that you understand it. All right.
Okay.
Yeah.
I will keep it as our assignment now.
Because this is the output of the thing. This is the output. This is the output of which this is in grids. This is what we mean image grids. These are in grids. Like picture 1, 2, 3, just give it ID name, the object image, and the description about the object. All in grids with the border. So this is let me see if I can find a notation here. Then I think, yeah, there is a notation. So this is a pen. All right. So this is the image ID. This one, if you can see me, this is the object, which is an image of cat. And this is a description of it, right? Meaning 3 items. And this is what we refer to as the border, this frame around it, right? You guys, can you see my drop? Hello?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. So does that make
Yes,
any
sir.
sense? Does that make any sense?
Yes, sir.
So for example, if this cat name now is like
Okay.
I'll call this one CID, right? The name of the cat, let's say we call it CID. And this is a picture of the passport of CID. And this is the job assigned to the CID to do, description of it, right? And after that, we would want to frame it because we want to hang this in our parlor. Does that make any sense? So we have several, or let's say this is a crime number 1, like a most wanted on the FBI list, number 1 person, or this is a picture, and you describe whether it's one of those guys in the port of Mexico that smuggle. And by the time you do it, you put all of these folders, this big notice board frame with a list of most wanted fugitives in history of America in the FBI chat board. This is what we are saying. So you're going to look at it like that. So I want to believe that you understand it. Okay. Can we start? So I will advise, from my experience so far, I will advise you do this one yourself, but we want to make sure we do something very close to it that will give you the understanding. We'll do for 1, then we'll bring 2, image 2 into it and all of that, right? Hello? Huh. Actually, happy to man.
Yes, we can
Hello?
hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
All right.
We're going to hear.
Can hear you, sir.
Okay, I know why you are keeping quiet when I advise you to do this. You are looking at it that it's impossible, that you cannot do it. Is that what you are? The CSS here is just very small. It's only the HTML that is big. And the HTML is just the name. Like this one, call it H1. This one is the image in the H1. And this is a paragraph. Everything here is put into a div, right? And in the div, you have a class name, right? So maybe let's not do too much talking. Let's hop into our, what's this thing called? Sorry.
Sublime.
Yeah, Sublime, exactly. So I'm going to end this first, and the Sublime. Okay. All right. Then I'm going to share the Sublime. I'm going to share it. You can see the Sublime. Hello? Can you see?
Yes, we can see it.
All right, so I'm going to go save it now. I'm going to go to the file, save as, let's say, SXX exercise 101.html. I'm saving it on document. Now I've saved it. Let's just structure HTML. Sorry, let me bring it, zoom close to you a bit. So HTML. By now you should know how to do this, right? Some of you, because some guys already complain. Some of you know how to do this already, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
All right.
Some of us.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Yes, okay.
Yeah.
Please, if
Yeah.
you don't know how to do this, you let us know, because we want you to follow us like that. We don't want to leave anybody behind. We want to assist in any way we can. So this is a XXX 101, we call it. All right. And then we're going to call it what? Image grids. Right? All right. This image grid now, because it's a grid, we're going to put it on div. Right? On the div now, what do we have there? We have let's call it a H3. What is a H3? Call it picture 1. Right? Picture 1. Or is it how we wrote it? Or we wrote it like this, like this. All right. What else? Image follows. So let's say, yeah, I love German Shepherd. Just going to call it gs_1.png. That is if I have any like that. But again, I would like to create a folder called image and put all of them there, since it's going to be a lot, so that it will not look confusing. They're going to be reading from image folder, right? So what is the other thing? The other thing is a paragraph. So this is a police dog. Police dog that has ability to sense, smell, and let's give it one AI stuff. Right. Has ability to smell, to sense, smell, identify, and your means arrest. It's an AI concept, actually. All right. This is a 3 thing. So, this is in a div. So we're going to give it a class name. So we're going to say picture, sorry, I mean to put this in capital. I'm going to call it a picture group. Let's say we call it picture group, right? So we're going to save, no CSS yet, just HTML. So what div does is it handles object alikes in a container. So you're going to see it as a grid. You're going to see this grid, div, as a container of pictures grids. That is what has happened here. isn't it? So I'm going to save. Then I'm going to open in a browser. I'm going to stop sharing. Then I will share the browser with you. Where is the browser? Okay, this one. If you can see, there is no any picture like that. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to download a picture. Say German Shepherd. I used to own one called SAS. Very terrible. This looks good. I'm going to save this on document as a GS. On the document, I'm going to create an image folder. I'm going to create a folder called images. Oh, wait. So there is one image there before. I'm going to create this one, image 3. Sorry, image 101. Then I'm going to put it in there. Okay. So it's there as a WebP, so I'm going to convert it to PNG. So I don't like WebP. The image, converting it to PNG. I'm using a Mac. This may not be easier for you on Windows. All right. Yes. So if I go to this our stuff now, okay, it's not still there. So let me go check. Sorry, just a moment. Let me check my file level. Check my file system document. And in the document, let me see what I have. Oh yeah, I'm supposed to change the image.
In the subline now. In the subline now. I thought you make the effect on the subline before you save it before going back to the
exactly.
browser.
That is what I just remember, but I want to copy.
Okay.
The image here. Yeah, that is a good one. That is to show that. Yeah, okay, I have one image here. Yeah. So I'm going to go to the subline, like the young man has stated. Okay, you can see, so the image, then I think it's GS, right? GS.png. I will save and stop, then share the browser. So when we come in here and refresh, yep. You see how big the image is, right? This is how big the image is. Cannot even see it. Too big. So there's a lot of work to be done here. But the good news is you can see exactly how it looks in the other thing. You can see. Can you not see? The name, the image, and the paragraph. That is the description. All of that is there already. Any questions so far? Let's go back to our please ask question. Ask question. Question, please. What is this? Ask question, please. Ask question. before we start including CSS that we want to create.
Okay. And sir, so the question I have, like the image the image you just downloaded just now, I thought you come to the top line and like place it on one of the under the image before saving it. So I did not see anything like that. It just went direct. So like I'm confused.
This is the image, oh. This is the image tag. You mean like I should put the image itself, the object, inside the code?
Okay. Okay,
this is the code that power the image, oh.
Okay, you copy the code of that particular image and
copy it
place
from
it
where
there.
I wrote it, Oga. You're accusing me. Copy from where? I wrote it.
And I'm still confused. Like, this is the code for the image.
Yes.
So now, if you want to download a particular image, once you download it, how are you going to place it for the image to appear on the browser?
Okay, now, sir. If you see this code, this is image tag img, right?
IMG.
Yes.
Sir.
SRC is source. The code will go to the source. Then what source? The source is number one, a folder go by this name, images -101. Then it will go inside again to the file called gs.png.
Okay.
What I understand. So you download the image, you put in a folder, but you must not put in a folder, but for proper documentation, you have to put it in a folder because we are not dealing with one thing. It's going to be a lot of images. It's going to be a grid of images. So when you say copy, me, I don't understand that part. That's why I was telling you, copy from where?
Okay. No problem, sir. Just go on. Just go on. Yeah. I'll figure myself out.
No, but this is, look at it that this is a code.
Yes.
So there is an image. The one I downloaded is sitting on this folder. This is a folder name.
Okay.
I have on my document.
I understand.
That I have on my document. So also with video, so also with audio. The only thing that you don't copy, you don't download to put or snap and put is text. But there is one type of text that we download is font. You can download font family, font sizes, and put the plugin, the link there, which we're going to be doing. Yes. Do you understand?
Sure.
So this is a small code that go in. This thing say an image tag called img. Look for a source. You see that the source is equals to the folder name. That is the folder name. Yes, slash. In the folder, if you go to this folder now, you are going to see a file inside it by this name.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Now I understand, sir.
So now I want to show you in the programmatic way in what we call terminal. Just hold on for everybody. I want to open a terminal. In your own side there, it's not called terminal. It is called a command prompt. This is my terminal, guys. Just a moment, terminal. Just a moment. It's not made in Taiwan. It's Kuro. Because I want you. Can you see one black something there?
Yes.
Okay, just a moment. I want to expand it a bit. Can you see? This is my MacBook. So I want to write a Linux command. CD to document. In the document, I'm going to CD to an image called images -1. Okay, in the document, that means it's sitting elsewhere there. Let me go check where it is on the document so that my writing will go very well. I want to go see where the image is sitting in the document. Image folder. Yeah, you should go. Why is he? Okay, maybe the name I use. So why is he not? Okay. In the document, I can see this. Yeah. Okay. So if I do LS, you are going to see the list inside. Before I do LS, I do LS means list. Oh no, operational fund means there is nothing there like that. Two. Operational funds. Just a moment to. Oh, it's not even sharing it. What happened? Okay. No problem. I need you to save around.
No.
Yes, we are here.
Okay, does the case affect the, like, for instance, if you check the case, if you use.
Yes. It does.
Okay.
If I didn't get it rightly.
Okay.
Yeah, that is what I was checking. Thank you.
Okay.
I want to do a lot
Alright.
to see what is on my. Subjected. Where is this computer? Yeah, just check WD to see. Telling me operation not permitted. Hey, really? Just a moment, guys. Need to check it real quick. So what happened? I'm not ready to do any of the two. LS is still LS now. There's this link and join the other one. This one I'm showing to you is called Linux command, or you call or Unix command. That is from command prompt. We'll do that one a little bit later. Okay. What I have done successfully, they move it from document. So that operation does not work on document. That's what they're just telling me.